Now, there's been a certain lobby that has been consistently perpetrating an anti-India narrative and projecting India as anti-Muslim. We saw this happen when the BBC documentary on Prime Minister Narendra Modi was released and when the Banned series was projected in India and it held Prime Minister Narendra Modi in very bad light, completely devoid of facts that have been put forward by the special investigation team that was formed to look into the Gujarat riots and also the clean chit provided by the courts. Pakistan has also echoed this ecosystem's view on multiple occasions, with their Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif going on to say that India has unleashed its brute and oppressive state apparatus to browbeat Indian Muslims in the wake of the Peshawar mosque attack.
मैं फिर कहूंगा कि नमाजियों के ऊपर मस्जिद के अंदर इबादत के वक्त जो है कत्लेआम जो है ना हिंदुस्तान में होता है ना इजराइल में होता है, जो दुश्मन है हमारे, लेकिन पाकिस्तान में होता है, जहां पे जितने फिरके हैं उतनी दीनी जमातें हैं और वो सियासत में हिस्सा लेती हैं। हम सियासतदान भी कभी कभी कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं कि किन्नु किन्नु खुश रखिए। मैं किसी की दिल आजारी नहीं करना चाहता, लेकिन ये हकीकतें हैं, इसको जब तक कौम जो है वो फेस नहीं करेगी। हमने आज से 1.5-2 साल कबल जो है इन ब्रीफिंग्स के नतीजे में जो भी फैसले किए गए वो कोई इस हाउस ने मंजूर नहीं किए थे, यहां पे कोई डिबेट नहीं हुई थी। हमें एक ब्रीफिंग में बताया गया था कि ये सिलसिला हो रहा है। आपको भी याद होगा, बाकी मेंबरान को भी याद। कौन देगा उस खून का हिसाब जो कल जो है पेशावर में बहाया गया? कौन उन सिपाहियों के लवाकीन को बताएगा कि उनके प्यारे जो है किस तरह शहीद हुए, या कौन आके उनको जो है उनकी जान ले गया? ये मरहला एक ऐसा मरहला है कि यहां पे इंट्रोस्पेक्शन की जरूरत है। हमें अपने गिरेबान में झांकना पड़ेगा कि हम कहां पे खड़े हैं। जनाब स्पीकर, सारी कौम को मुत्तहिद होना चाहिए दहशतगर्दी के खिलाफ, फिर दहशतगर्दी का मुकाबला होगा।
Now, this comment has been welcomed by many leaders among the opposition as well, who say that India has always been tolerant. Listen in to how political leaders in India have welcomed this comment from the Pakistan Defence Minister, Khwaja Asif.
India has applied secularism, and therefore this type of casualty, this type of killings, this type of heinous acts in India nowhere seen during worships or to the worshippers.
अब देखिए, वहाँ के माननीय मंत्री जी ने जो बातें कही है, ये तो अब पाकिस्तान के माननीय मंत्री जी को ये बात का तो एहसास है कि जो बात आज पाकिस्तान में जिस तरह से अटैक हुआ, ये तो हम लोग तो धर्मनिरपेक्ष देश कहलाता है भारत, यहाँ तो सभी धर्मों का सम्मान है।
However, there are some who in fact beg to differ. Let's also listen into what they had to say, where their views appear to be in sync with very much what Pakistan believes.
तो कौन सा पाकिस्तान से हम बेहतर हो गए हैं? ये साइकी की बात है। उस वहाँ की साइकी के इस तरह से अफगानिस्तान, वैली कश्मीर में, पंजाब, सिंध, उन लोगों का मिलिटेंट सी नेचर है, इट्स इंडियन नेचर। लेकिन वही चीज हम भी कर रहे हैं। कौन सा फर्क कर रहे हैं? सत्यानाश हो रहा है इस देश का, हम क्या कर रहे हैं?
We're joined right now by Mr. Rafiqul Islam of the AIUDF. Thank you for speaking to us, Mr. Islam. We'll also come to Pradeep Datta in just a short while. But Mr. Islam, coming to you, how do you respond to the statement, scathing statement made by the Pakistan Defence Minister on the floor of the National Assembly, which is their equivalent of our parliament, where he basically said that the people in Pakistan need to...
इंडिया में हिंदू, मुसलमान, सिख, ईसाई, बुद्धिस्ट, इतना बड़ा कंट्री, और कभी भी बिल्कुल सही है, इस तरह का घटना तो हमारे यहाँ होता नहीं। लेकिन उनके वहाँ मस्जिद में भी इस तरह के जो लोग प्रेयर के लिए जाते हैं, वहाँ भी सेफ नहीं है। लड़ के कंट्री को बिल्कुल बर्बाद कर दिया, एकदम एक बर्बाद कंट्री है। फिर इंडिया की तरफ वो गलत नजरें उठाए रखते हैं। तो उनको चाहिए कि इंडिया की तरफ गलत नजर छोड़े, वो अपने कंट्री को सोचे और वहाँ जो मॉरल टीचिंग लोगों को दे, और कंट्री अपने कंट्री को बचाने के लिए जो करना है वो करे। इंडिया के पीछे पड़ के उनको कुछ फायदा नहीं, वो अपना बर्बाद हो जाएगा, जो खत्म हो जाएगा। अब तो फिर अगर उनको ये बात समझ में आ रही है कि इंडिया सही है और वो गलत रोड पे है, तो इंडिया को फॉलो करे, इंडिया से सीखे, इंडिया से हाथ मिलाए, इंडिया से सबक ले, इंडिया के साथ अच्छा सलूक करे, बर्ताव करे। अच्छा, हमारा पड़ोस का एक कंट्री है, पड़ोस के जो कंट्रीज है वो अगर अपने कंट्री हमारे साथ अच्छा सलूक करेगा, इंडिया का तो हमेशा ये बिहेव रहा, पड़ोसी के साथ अच्छा व्यवहार हमने किया, हमारे।
शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए मिस्टर इस्लाम, पॉइंट टेकन। लेट्स ऑल्सो go across to Mr. Mateen Haider, a senior journalist joining us from Pakistan. Mr. Haider, what actually prompted Mr. Khwaja Asif, the defense minister of Pakistan, to say this on the floor of the National Assembly, where he's called for introspection and basically saying that we need to get our house in order before we decide to turn our gaze at either Israel or India? Explain to us the context of those comments, sir.
Basically, whatever Defense Minister Khwaja Asif said, he was basically referring to the current situation in Pakistan in the larger context. Whatever are the proxies that are being played, whatever are out of the control of the Afghan Taliban. And there are many international terror outfits which are based over there, which are operating over there, and the entire Afghan territory is still beyond the control of Afghan Taliban. And Afghan Taliban had made it very clear before coming into power that they will not allow their soil to be used against. So Pakistani Defense Minister was basically referring to these all things, and you better know that due to Pakistan's strategic partnership with China, CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, is already underway. So there are games which are being played, there are proxies which are being played, and actually the defense minister was...
But Mr. Haider, just as a follow-up on what's really the basis to be trusting the Taliban when it gives a commitment that its soil will not be used for terror? The Taliban has a notorious history of allowing the Al-Qaeda to flourish within its boundaries. And let's not forget that Lieutenant General Faiz Hamid, who was the previous Director General of the ISI, actually ensured that the Taliban not only remains in power, he was also important in getting Sirajuddin Haqqani, the terrorist of the Haqqani network, to be part of the Taliban dispensation. So can Pakistan actually wash its hands off for the state of affairs in Afghanistan and the spillover into Pakistan right now?
Right, you have put a wonderful question, and if Pakistan's ex-ISI chief had that much influence, or if Pakistan's establishment is that much influence, then currently the Afghan Taliban should have been in our complete control. They are not in control of Pakistan, neither they are in the control of Americans. They have still their political office based in Doha, and formerly when Pakistan's former ISI chief went to Kabul, it was basically the purpose was, of course,
right, Mr. Haider. I also need to get in touch with Mr. Abdul Samad from the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, who joins us, of course, the party that Imran Khan leads. Mr. Samad, what's your response to many people would say a very introspective comment coming from Mr. Khwaja Asif, the defense minister, where he's basically asking the people of Pakistan to look within rather than place the blame on India or on Israel, claiming that even in these countries, Muslims, while offering prayers, are not attacked. What's your response, sir?
Well, first of all, I mean, we must need to put our house in order.
Okay.
I mean, the situation, the deteriorating situation of the peace and law and order at the moment. I mean, the first thing is that we have to look at our house. So later we can, I mean, we can make a we can play a blame game by neighbors or other world community. But the first thing is, yes, we have a serious security challenges and serious terrorism challenges. So we must counter terrorism first. We must put our house in order by, we are facing economic challenges as well. So the responsibility of the current regime is to maintain the law and order, maintain the peace at their house, and then look forward to the international affairs. So they are so far, but contrary to this,
Okay.
They are filing baseless case against. I mean, this is a political victimization against the Sheikh Rashid, the federal Interior Minister, and then the federal Information Minister Fawad Chaudhry.
Right, right, Mr. Abdul Samad. Thank you very much. You spoke with some candor and also a candid admission on your part that Pakistan needs to introspect. So to that extent, you're echoing what Khwaja Asif said. Let me take this across to Pradeep Datta, who's been listening quite patiently to some very interesting reactions, Pradeep, coming from Pakistani people, their journalists and their politicians about the state of affairs in Pakistan right now.